Thank you very much for coming. Today we are celebrating Phillip CFD's 10th anniversary. We're looking at the Asian market outlook and what it is for 2013. And this is organized by Phillip CFD. So for now, what I'd like to do is sit back and relax, and we actually have a video for you as well as a welcome ceremony. Could you please sit back and relax and watch the video? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lo Hun San, Managing Director of Phillip Securities. We are delighted to celebrate with you the 10th anniversary of Phillip CFD. For the third year running, we have won the largest CFD provider award presented by Investment Trends. We are committed to improving the trading experience for our clients. Thank you.
Hi, this is Michael Wong, Director of Business Development. When we started CFD 10 years ago, we were the first in Singapore to do so. After extensive client education, we were pleasantly surprised by the response and the volume of trading. We allowed and continue to allow the widest range of Singapore stocks for clients to sell short. I was working closely with the CFD team for more than 2 years and have noted the enthusiasm, innovation, and the ability to know what the client want and need and to respond to them accordingly. Justifiably, it is with some pride that Phillip CFD continues to dominate the market in spite of stiffer competition and is awarded the largest CFD broker for the third year running. Congratulations and keep up the good work.
Hi everyone, my name is Lee Chang-wen. I'm the head of CFD in Phillip Securities. On behalf of the management team and the team at Phillip CFD, thank you all for your support over the last 10 years. All this would not have been possible without your continuous support. I would like to thank also my team for the effort that they put in over the years in servicing and educating our clients, and I would like to wish all of you all the best in your investments and most importantly, good health. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is John Miles from Octa Phillip Australia. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Phillip Capital for all of their hospitality over the past week, assisting us in our launch for CFDs in Australia. We'd like to congratulate them on 10 years of successful business, and we wish them all the best for future launches into the global marketplace.
Hello, Phillip from King & Jackson here in London. We know that it's your 10th birthday, so we thought that we would send you this musical message from our company band, who are known as Out on a Limb. Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
This is Shimoyama of Phillip Securities Japan. Congratulations all CFD guys for this 10 years anniversary. Only 10 years, I would like that CFD continues so much more than 10 years. We are very much appreciating your success for during these 10 years of existence.
Hey, I'm Oliver Helmers from Investment Trends, and we've been cooperating with Phillip CFD for a number of years now. And congratulations to you to your 10-year anniversary. It's obviously a fabulous event. All the best for the future. Cheers.
Thank you for your trust and support for the last 10 years. We look forward to serving your investment needs for many more years to come. Happy trading!
I want to love you like a young thing. You're just a 모여라. We gon' party like 맘을 열어라. 머리를 비워라. 불을 지펴라. Wow, fantastic, baby, 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 baby. Dance. I wanna dance, 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 dance. Fantastic, baby, dance. I wanna dance, 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 dance. Fantastic, baby. Shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka. Dance, 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 dance. Shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka. Wow, fantastic, baby.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Oppan Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Oppan Gangnam Style.
Give a round of applause, I think. Thank you very much. And I think, this, I think give another round of applause, please, because I think, Phillip Securities and Phillip CFD has been very innovative in delivering results for you and developing products that are very retail friendly. Right, what is it that, we have a birthday party. This is a birthday party at the end of the day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Phillip CFD. Happy birthday to you. A round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lowe. Phillips believes in terms of training of the people behind and the people that serve you. So today we're also here to recognize top CFD top recognition awards. Over the last few years, CFD has also started the specialist training program in 2010 to educate and train new dealers and remisers about CFDs, after which they are able to then be termed CFD specialists in their title. So today, Phillips is proud to present the certificate of participation to those who have completed the program. Fu Sesian, Mr. J. Chia, Randall Chu, Mr. Fu Yu Yi, Yang Yuan, Chia Jia Hao, Li Yu Leong, Chua Ming Han, Eric Lee, and Tan Mei Ling. Could please give them a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. They have moved, and these are your CFD specialists, and they have been training hard to attain this title, and they will be serving you accordingly. So we're going to award also the best dealing team, the best house dealing team for 2012 to CFD's own OQ dealing team. Could you please give that a round of applause, please, which specializes in both equities and CFD dealing. Representative, the team is Ms. Angie Tan, manager for Phillip CFD. A round of applause, please, for Ms. Angie Tan and the best dealing team. We're giving awards for the top trading representatives. Okay, I know very competitive, so in no particular order today, could we have these top trading representatives ready to come on stage, please? Colin Xiao, Robin Ho, Elaine Tan, Lo Chui Guan, Tiong Li Lien, Joycelyn, and Victor Koo. I'd like to give you a crystal ball Today, our crystal ball gazer, Mr. Joshua Tan. I think you're all very used to him by now. He is the equity strategist and head of Phillip Securities Research. He keeps track of the economic outlook of asset prices and signals and earnings outlook to give a guidance for greater trend and stock analysis. He also makes specific sector and stock calls for the Singapore-listed equities. So could you please give Joshua a round of applause, please? Thank you very much. Could you please give Joshua Tan, please? Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. So good to see you all here. Thanks for supporting our company. Thanks for supporting Phillip CFD. Actually, without Phillip CFD, I think I really wouldn't have much of a job because, you know, CFD, you can trade the indices, right? You can trade the STI, you can trade the Hang Seng, you can trade the S&P, the Dow, and then now you can even trade KLCI, you can trade the Indonesian market. So when you trade indices, it's really about macro, right? It's about macro, about big picture kind of things. And so, you know, Phillip CFD really gives me a job, which so I thank them for it. 2012 was the year for bonds, okay? It was the year when equities pretty much struggled for the first half and gradually recovered in the third quarter. Okay, so if you look at the top red line, that was high yield debt, right? So, I mean, we call all asset classes. So it was a great year for exchange traded funds because you just basically bought high yield debt and you made a lot of money. And also investment grade debt did pretty well. And now Asia ex-Japan is the red line. So that's our markets, right? Our market. It will moderate, but it will still have an infrastructure boom, which includes Singapore. And actually, we think that although last year was the year for ASEAN, it's probably the year for China this year, with an economic moat. Okay, so I've run out of time, and that's a stock which I would say that if you have friends who kind of ask you, hey, I don't want to keep watching the stock market. Just tell me what to buy, lah. Just tell me what to buy. I don't want to do any homework. So you really have to recommend them a stock where you don't have to watch. Okay? And this is it, right? SIA Engineering. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Joshua. All right. Just to recap, global market going up, ASEAN moderating, China, Singapore, Hong Kong still going up. And then we have one stock of the day, SIA Engineering. All right, Joshua will be around later on to actually take questions and we'll actually move on. We're just trying to catch up some time, so we're almost there. So thank you very much and bear with us. Moving forward, as you said, we looked at the global, that we had an analyst view. So today we actually have different views for you, and that's how we're actually trying to position today. Now, looking forward in terms of looking at identifying the trends and finding the gems in 2013, we have Mr. Robin Ho. Could you please give Robin a round of applause? Thank you very much.
All right. It's my privilege and pleasure to be here this morning. I'm quite different from Joshua. Joshua is a research guy, an analyst. He believes more to the fundamental analysis. I combine a little bit of fundamental analysis, technical analysis. Joshua is one that will recommend you a stock like he will ask you to plant the seed in the pot and you see it grow. I'm the one that will let the tree grow and come and just pluck the fruits. That's the trader, all right? That's a trader. A lot of seminars, you come and you walk out and you say, why did I waste my time here, right? So today, whether you are an advanced trader, whether you are a novice trader, you've never heard about trading, well, I hope you learned something. 2013. What does the big guy say about 2013? All right? I happened to chance upon the blog of Jim Rogers. I'm sure by now you know who Jim Rogers is. All right, he's the guy in the bow tie. All right, he said this on his blog. He said, well, I'm short in December, on December 17, all right, he said this. He said, I'm short on stocks and I'm short on bonds. That gives my view on stocks and bonds. All right, he said, I'm long on commodities and I'm long on currency. All right, he got the first two wrong. All right, if you're shorted stocks in December, you'll be dead. All right, anyway, these guys are different from us. All right, they are people with deep pockets. They short now, they can wait for 5 years. All right, they got so much money, right? They can wait for 5 years and they'll get it right one day. But there's something he said that is quite interesting. He got the first two wrong, right? But he may get the third one right. The third one is this, watch. Myanmar has a great future. I think this one he got it right.
Yeah, and then to present to all of you regarding how can you grab the opportunities in trading the indices in Asia. I should know more about China Asias than you, right? But how about Singapore? Which company is the largest company? Singtel or UOB, DBS? You need to say it's hard to tell. Do you know why? Okay, for example, even though Singtel is one of the biggest company in Singapore, right? But you know, some of the Hong Kong people are quite optimistic about the ASEAN stocks. That means Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines. And then dated back to year 2006, local Singaporean told me that they don't like to trade Singapore stock. They would like to trade Hong Kong stocks. What did they happen? Why China Asia's already achieved? I would say during this morning presentation by Robbins, he has shown you the current index values of the Shanghai Stock Exchange Index, SSE Index, already 2,316. Yeah, but actually the Shanghai A-shares Index has been, I would say, stagnant for a few years before taking rally exposure in Singapore market. And I think for the top 10 holdings, I'm the most familiar with Genting. Yeah, because most Chinese are quite familiar with casino, gambling, and I'm quite sure Genting should have a lot of development in the coming future. And you can see that 3 years ago when the MBS, when the Marina Bay Sands and also the Genting casinos opened, I think nowadays I would say the environment of Singapore is totally changing.
Good afternoon. I'm a coach. So usually when I tell people that I'm a coach, they'd be like, oh, you're a coach, no problem. And I tell people that I teach at 3 universities, they're like, wow, that's not too bad. But after a while, they'll be like, okay, no problem. And then I tell people that, you know what? I sit on the board of director of a listed company in Singapore. They'll be like, wow, now that's something. And guess where are they interested? Not like, how come you get to sit on the board of director, but rather, so soon, the stock, buy or not? That's the first thing, right? It's a privilege for me to be here today. So my first question to all of us, right, is how many of you are interested to make more money? Do you see yourself in the following situation? First situation, you know it's time for you to make the trade. You're doing your strategy down pack, you listen to invest advisor already, and then when it's time for you to make the trade, you don't go in.
Very interesting session we had this morning. I'd like to start basically with Joshua. In your personal view, how would you see all these issues impacting the region in 2013?
Well, as you guys saw in my presentation, I think a lot of the tail risks have been addressed. I mean, we're not saying that, of course, that the Eurozone is out of the woods, because the underlying dynamic is, of course, still a poor one, in the sense that debt is still growing faster than, compounding at a faster rate than growth, than nominal growth, and that is a bad problem. However, for the year anyway, I think if Spain actually does ask for help, it's actually a good thing, because that's what the market is waiting for them to do. Yeah, so for this year, we're positive on stocks. We favor stocks over all other asset classes, over bonds, over property.
Chris, from FTSE perspective, from the index, you're looking at this from historically, what have you seen and some of the risks from some of these risk investors should be looking out for?
Well, I would say for the past 5 to 6 years, particularly after the financial tsunami in year 2007, we found that there's some dislinkage between the fundamentals and the index performance. I would say index performance means stock market performance. And nowadays, I think we can see a lot of, I would say, above than expectation performance from many of the markets. I would say the performance of the market is mainly and solely attributed to QE. I would say the excess liquidity from the market.
Especially in China, because in terms of recent reward, I think the Chinese stocks are looking relatively cheap. And if the Chinese stocks rally, then you really have to look into Singapore and see which are the Chinese stock that is really has got exposure to the Chinese market.
They would like to pick a lower volatility stocks this year, even though they would like to equitize this year. That means they would like to increase the equity exposure this year, but at the same time, they would like to take a low beta stocks this year. And the final word that we have quoted on the report is the sustainability. What does it mean by sustainability? Some of the sectors would sustain the economy. For example, infrastructure sectors, because we have done an internal research to the pension funds and sovereign wealth in the region that for the past 7 years, there's only one global sector that has exhibited positive return without any negative returns. That would be infrastructure sectors. And it seems to me many of the investors.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for spending this afternoon with us. It's been a pleasure. We'll actually see you actively trading and, passion at the end of the day, passion and with your knowledge. Have a good weekend. Thank you.